Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine.
This episode of Greenlight Maine's College Edition is brought to you by Maine Department of Economic and Community Development.
Good morning. Welcome to Greenlight Maine. We are feeling great about our college series. The feedback from the Maine business community is outstanding. They see this as an opportunity to keep our students here after graduation. In this series, there are 16 bright students bringing innovation and insight to Maine like never before. One of them will win $25,000. Today, Husson University and Colby College will take their shot. Before I introduce you to them, let's chat with our judges. Welcome, Martha Bentley. These guys are so busy with their classes, their side hustles, their extracurriculars. What do you think?
I'm very impressed with how they fit it all in. When I was in college, I was busy trying not to take 8 o'clock classes or classes in the middle of the day because I just wanted to get out in the sun. So, you know, these guys are really impressive.
But that is very strategic, too, especially if you're not a morning person. All right, Skip Bates.
Absolutely. These guys are having a fabulous educational experience. Greenlight Maine's an important part of that. They're getting networked in the business community. They're getting networked on campus. They're building relationships with the administration, their business professors. They're really taking advantage of it, and it's great to see.
Yep. And finally, Lynne Melochik.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are blowing me away in college. All I did was be on the equestrian team. So, but I have to say, I'm impressed by how well you guys all do on camera and how prepared you all are.
Awesome. All right, we're going to talk to you in a few minutes. It's time to introduce our first company, Bridal Vision. Welcome, Hannah Marr, and you are a student at Husson University.
Yes, so I'm an MBA student at Husson University. I do school online, and I'm a full-time programmer analyst at LL Bean. So I graduated from Berry College in Georgia, and now I am an MBA student at Husson.
Woo, you are busy too. All right, whenever you're ready.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Hannah Marr, and I'm the founder of Bridal Vision. A couple months ago, my friend approached me seeking advice on outfits for her bridal party because she was overwhelmed by the market. Too many brands, too many designs, and too many pictures on Pinterest of dresses you can't actually buy. This is where Bridal Vision is going to change the way people shop. We exist to promote confidence in brides by giving them the technology they need to translate their creative ideas into realistic visuals. Bridal Vision is an online boutique that compiles numerous bridal party attire from different brands and allows you to drag and drop your favorite outfits onto virtual, customizable mannequins. You are able to see a personalized combination of dresses, skirts, and tops in a side-by-side comparison. Bridal Vision is the upgraded dress-up game where you can purchase your dream outfits directly on the site. According to industry giant Wedding Wire, 80% of wedding planning is completed online, and 63% of bridal parties are wearing different dresses within the same party, which is up 18% since 2015. Bridal Vision is targeting couples in the wedding planning process, but also friends and family wanting to help out. Not to mention all the teenage girls dreaming about their wedding someday. Though there are other places to find bridal party attire, search for outfits, purchase merchandise, and mix and match brands, there's only one place where you can do all of the above, in addition to personalized visualization. This is mybridalvision.com. The first revenue stream we're going after is website advertisement. In the first year, if we can get 1 million visits to our site, we would obtain $45,000 using only Google AdSense. We expect to grow very quickly in the first 3 years and then see more steady growth thereafter. The other revenue streams we're going after are licensing of our data and commission of merchandise sales. And for comparison, other online bridal retailers see about 4 million visits per month. In 2018, the wedding industry brought in a whopping $72 billion, and 75 million of that were online bridal retailers. Though this would be our target market, we also have the opportunity to expand into other markets, such as footwear and jewelry. I'm the only team member right now, but in August of 2019, I was able to save a bride about 4 weeks of online shopping and $1,300 in dresses that she would have ended up returning by giving her visuals for her different bridal party ideas. Bridal Vision is a Maine-based company with a global market opportunity. And now that I've given you a vision of the company, let's give brides the vision they need to feel confident on their wedding day. Thank you.
Nice pitch. You definitely did your homework. All right, you want to kick us off?
Sure. Can you tell me a little bit about any other sort of customer feedback that you've gotten when you've been talking with brides that are interested in this?
Yes. Mainly, people are surprised that it doesn't already exist. And that was also, when I was doing my research online, that was also one of my surprises, is that something like this doesn't exist already, even with some of the bigger retailers like David's Bridal, so to speak. So there isn't anything like this on the market, and that's why, and that's what people are the most surprised about and excited for this opportunity.
Hannah, tell us a little bit about your plan for growth. You gave us some great numbers about the market. What does that look like in terms of adding staff? What do your expenses look like over the next couple of years?
Yes. So right now we're in the process of actually developing the site. I'm working with Husson University's NESCOM department, and we're working this semester to get a framework for the site. Then after that, we'll go into the stage of Java development and JavaScript development, which is my expertise, and that's what I do on the daily. So we'll be working on that. And so it's going to be at least a year before we're really even at the point where we can hire staff. We're really needed to get the website settled. Once we get the website settled, then we'll move into the marketing stage, and that's where we can use additional staff to try to get the word out there and to get brands on our site.
Well, I feel like quite a few of my thousands is part of that 72 billion. I've been a bridesmaid more times than I'd like to count, and I am very familiar with a lot of the sites that you referenced. I have seen technology where you can try a dress on yourself before, but I've never seen it with multiple people. I've also seen like TrueFit offers a similar thing. I think this is a brilliant idea. How long do you think it will take to develop that technology to add in the jewelry and the shoes and things of that component?
Yes, so once we have the platform available and we can easily add on different websites through an API, we will be able to add footwear and jewelry on fairly easily. So the time frame here is the initial development is going to take the longest, but actually the growth process will be pretty quick.
You might also want to consider for the bridezillas out there some hair options. Because they're gonna. Some people are very specific about what they want. Yeah. I'm not speaking about any weddings I was in, but.
I think you got your consultant right here. Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about the opportunities around licensing the data in your model?
Yes, so this is click data is something that we would be generating on our site. How often people click certain dresses to drag onto these mannequins, which combinations of dresses they like, which colors people gravitate towards, and even which brands people gravitate towards, because you're seeing different brands side by side, which is something only Google Shopping does right now. And so with that, you are able to compare these different brands side by side, and we can sell that data to those different brands to see, and to designers to see which colors people are gravitating towards, patterns, strapless, non-strapless. And right now the trend is different dresses. Each bridesmaid has different dresses. And the scary thing is a lot of people don't know what that looks like until they are there on their wedding day. And sometimes it's not good.
All right, we got to take a quick break, but excellent pitch and a great niche market. And people really pull out all the stops for their weddings, so I can see them just adding on and adding on, like Lynn said. All right, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we have our Sunday morning conversation, so don't go away.
Whether you're a small business or a big business, whether you're cutting edge or looking at a traditional industry in a whole new way, whether you're on the coast, in the city, a small town, wherever. If you're an organization here in Maine, if you want to innovate, and if you want to grow, we want to support you. We're the Maine Technology Institute.
MTI is a proud sponsor of Greenlight Maine.
Located off I-95 in Oakland, First Park is known as Central Maine's most connected business park. It features high-speed fiber internet, 3-phase power, and is located in a foreign trade zone, connecting your business to a world of opportunity. With shovel-ready, pre-permitted sites and only a short distance to the local airport and rail service, First Park also makes it easy for entrepreneurs, innovators, and businesses to distribute or receive products around the globe. Interested in locating your business to First Park? Get an exclusive offer at firstpark.com/gift.
At Sutherland Weston, it's not just about being persuasive, it's about being prepared. Too many agencies get excited about how to gain attention, but not what happens next. We know what happens next is really the important part. That's why we've had 15 years of continuous growth as a responsive, problem-solving, creative partner. One who's not afraid of accountability, responsibility, or what happens next. Looking for a creative strategic partner? Let's talk.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. Our Sunday morning conversation is with Angela Okafor from the Bangor City Council. You're an attorney, you're a local business person, and you're a new Mainer. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Can you tell us about your journey as a new Mainer?
So I moved to Bangor from Nigeria originally with my husband in 2007. And he is a medical professional. Myself studied and was a lawyer in Nigeria. Coming here, I couldn't get a job. I couldn't even get licensed in Maine up till now, which led me to doing the New York bar and starting a federal law practice. Along the line, I saw the need for, from my own personal struggles, the need for food, international food, to be able to get people to come and stay here, which led me to starting up the international market. Along the line, I had a lot of struggles by people of color who travel as far as New York to get their hair braided, and the lack of services around here. That also led me to starting up the hair braiding and craft business.
And you have been here since 2008. And so really, it's been a long process and it has not been easy. We need to figure out a way to apply resources to help people like yourselves get licensed or fill positions. How can we do that?
I think one of the very basic things is not taking things for granted, being more open to conversations that, even though they are very uncomfortable, like we talk about diversity trainings and inclusivity trainings, because it's not just about race, it's about a lot of other diverse issues. I think opening up such conversations, making policies to accommodate those things, and making it easier for people to translate their transcripts, it's also very important to help a lot.
Resources like Greenlight Maine and encouraging more new Mainers to come on the show and get connected and be mentored.
Everything helps. Everything is can be very helpful, especially for, because most times when people are not aware of things that are available to them, they tend to feel it doesn't exist, which is why, pushing out those things is very important too.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. I'm sure you're going to do wonderful things on the Bangor City Council.
Thank you.
All right. We got to take a break. We'll be right back.
Furniture for Greenlight Maine is provided by Thomas Mosier Furniture, handmade American furniture since 1972.
Reaching new customers online is hard. You've tried Facebook, Google Ads, email. You even built a website 10 years ago. You're way too busy to focus on digital marketing, and you're not getting results.
At Dream Local Digital, that's what we do. We've helped businesses nationwide grow with online marketing. We're the experts. Let us help you.
We're very proud of the product we make and the way that we make it. The most important features of our original dog vest are in its design. Traditional lenders, they steer away from unproven track records.
In you come. Hold up.
CEI gave us the opportunity to build a track record, show that our future path will be more solid than our past.
Welcome back. Our second pitch is from Colby College, and we have Torsten Brinkema representing the Mules. And your company is called Weart. This is beautiful.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Yeah, you can see we have a few different shirts behind me. Weart supports young artists and gives them a mobile canvas to express their creations.
Great idea.
Thank you.
Happy to have you whenever you're ready.
Hi, my name is Torsten Brinkema. I started Weart in July of 2018. And before I really get into my pitch, I want to ask all of you to think of an artist. I'll give you a few seconds. Now, who comes to mind when I ask you this question? Maybe Michelangelo, Da Vinci, Picasso, a European man who changed the course of art history over 100 years ago. I'm here to tell you why you should be thinking about the young artist. Young artists are given so little opportunity in this day and age. Without an audience and the tools to experience their creations, they're left without a feasible way to do what they love to do, create art. That's where Weart comes in. Every 2 months, I feature a young artist who demonstrates passion and creativity with their creations. I provide these artists with a mobile canvas to show their creations to a larger audience. So far, I've featured 7 young artists, 4 of whom reside in Maine. Throughout their feature, I provide these artists with the opportunities that they would never normally have access to. For example, Wasima on the far right is now producing a shirt for Earlessly, a startup in Maine that allows you to listen to the things that you want to read. This experience will give her exposure wherever the shirt wearer goes, experience with working with a company, and also cash from the shirt sales. With these mobile canvases, I engage Maine communities in a way that they've never seen artwork before. It's way more easy to access than going to a museum or a gallery, and the artists gain exposure wherever the shirt wearer goes. So far, I've brought in over $6,000 in revenue, and with a $6,000 grant from Colby College, along with a Maine Technical Institute application well underway, I have high hopes for the future of Weart. I hope that any young Maine artist can come to me and benefit in some sort of way. I hope to gain a larger following for my company itself so I can have the greatest possible impact on these young artists. But that wouldn't be possible without expanding my team and bringing my apparel production and product production to Maine. There's never been a time in this world that we've needed young artists more, and Weart is bringing their creations to the people. Thank you so much.
Nice job. And you've sold quite a few of these already, right?
Yeah, I've sold just over 350 shirts, and then I sell posters and prints as well.
So I think your idea is interesting in the sense that you are promoting local artists, or artists in general, but I wonder what's to stop them from making their own t-shirts, which obviously any of them can do. So I was wondering if you'd consider doing a subscription service so that somebody could sort of donate to the arts, and then you send a different t-shirt every 12 weeks or 6 weeks or whatever, you know, and thus get the different artist name out there.
Yeah, so I do have 2 subscriptions. One of them is a year-long subscription. One of them is half a year. And if you purchase those, then you get a shirt or apparel item from the new artist every 2 months. So this encourages supporting young artists in general and not just the specific artists. But really the goal when I feature an artist is to provide them with an opportunity that they don't have access to at the moment, and then give them the audience, the cash, and the experience, then go on to do that themselves. So if they want to make shirts after their feature with me, I am more than happy. That is my goal. I want to give them everything I can so that they can be doing art and creating and making money from it on their own.
It seems like a really competitive environment. I love the mission of creating a mobile canvas, as you said, for students and a way for people to experience art. So it's way more than a t-shirt company, but it's also a t-shirt company. What are you thinking about, you talked about Maine, but why not do the same thing in Massachusetts, New Hampshire, every other country in the state?
Yeah, so I have featured artists from all across the country. And my goal when someone buys a shirt is for them to know the story behind the shirt. So it's really much more than a shirt. It's a piece of art in itself. And so if you're wearing one of my shirts walking around the town and someone says, hey, I like that design, what's the story behind it? That person will be able to tell you who the artist is, why they should support Weart, and then that gains credibility and an audience just wherever the shirt buyer goes. Yeah.
So what's your curation process? Sort of how do artists find you? How do you select which artist you're going to feature? That sort of thing.
Yeah, it's a great question. So at the start, I was reaching out to these artists on my own because I didn't have the audience. But now I have an application on my website that any artist can fill out. So I've started to get more and more applications. It's been really exciting. And then I go through my judging criteria, which is mostly based off of how much the artist wants to create and if they want to make it a living, and I try to target those artists rather than look at what they create.
What are your margins, sort of in terms of what it costs you to make a T-shirt and what you sell it for?
Quick answer.
Yeah, so that depends on the printing process. Direct to garment will be around $12 to $15 to produce. Screen printing will be a little bit cheaper than that, and then I sell most of my apparel items between $25 and $35.
Awesome. I would think the Maine College of Art would be all over this. We need to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Broadcast facilities are provided by Husson University's NESCOM, the New England School of Communication.
You know, I believe in business today there are too many experts and not enough expertise. I think there are too many promises and not enough follow-through. Those things used to be the norm, but now they're the exception. At Sutherland Weston, we work hard every day to be that exception. We've had 15 years of continuous growth, and I'm proud of that. I think if your business is looking for a creative, responsive, problem-solving partner, if you're looking for the exception, I think we should talk.
We're honored to be Greenlight Maine CPA firm sponsor. Maine is home to a range of businesses, from startups that you might see on this program to closely held businesses and organizations that operate internationally. ARB's advisors are providing savvy solutions to complex issues for sophisticated and growing businesses of any size across Maine and throughout New England. And we're doing it the way you want Mainers to, guided by our local, sensible values.
Albin, Randall, and Bennett is a proud sponsor of Greenlight Maine.
We're all busy. At least that's what we tell others. But are we busy doing the right things? If we're too busy to pay attention to the things that build our brand, whether it's building a relationship with a customer or attending a networking event, then we may be missing out. Think first about what's going to have the most impact on your business and what's most important to your brand. Then arrange your schedule around those priorities. That's today's Marketing Minute from the PR Maven.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. It's time for our judges to talk this out. This was a fun one. I mean, they're doing great things for the bridal industry and for art and just having a great platform.
Yeah, I really liked Hannah's recognition of the importance of capturing the data piece and the licensing of data as part of her business model. That's sort of the first time that we've seen any of these pictures sort of recognize that additional revenue, and I thought that was a really compelling part of her pitch.
Absolutely. I think she's got some proprietary idea. She's not there yet, but you know, she's definitely got a scalable business model. The wedding industry is a huge, tried and true industry, and if she can bring something new to that, that's really powerful.
I mean, I'm very involved. I mean, I love the bridal industry. I know a lot about just being a consumer of their products, but I do get concerned that at $72 billion industry a year, you know, how easy is it going to be for her to grab that, you know, Google advertising word that you need, you know, so I don't know that, I think that could be a struggle for her. Right. On the other hand, we are, I mean,
T-shirts?
I know, but I don't wear T-shirts, but like, I think it's really nice art and it's a great way to get people's name out, and I can really see a lot of people getting on board with like a subscription service with little information about the artist, where you can see their stuff, things like that. I can see that one.
There's part of me that has a bias towards feasibility versus scalability, and so I always like it when somebody's already up and running and selling, which Torsten is.
Yeah, over 300 shirts.
Yeah, which is a great start. Yeah.
Yeah, I also really loved his passion, you know, for supporting young artists, and the idea of it being a wearable canvas, I think really resonates with his target market. So I really liked that piece, that he had already done sort of that connection piece as well.
Yeah. I liked how both of them sort of solved the problem because, yeah, he said, these guys are just as good as these famous artists. I need to get them out there. And then for Hannah, she had to plan this wedding on the fly for a friend and said, I got this, I can do it. And so she is an expert in her field.
So smart to be able to compare people's sizes, you know, as a short person with tall friends, you know, to be able to look at the field of what people are wearing, or later on, you know, put yourself, your size in on 4 different items from 4 different stores and be able to compare which dress you think you want to buy for the chamber event or whatever.
You know, I think sometimes like we always, you think about entrepreneurship as a way to make money, but all of our contestants so far are not after the money. They're after, helping other people solve problems. So Torsten wanted to feature his friends' art and to give them a stage. And Hannah wants to help her friends wear clothing that helps them look good. It's so cool to see that they're starting with mission and purpose and then building a business behind that.
Yeah, so nice. And for a banker to say something like that, I mean, I'm telling you, right?
Hey, we're the same way. Bangor Savings is all about helping people be successful in their businesses.
No, I'm totally kidding you. You know that, right?
I'm totally serious.
I know you are. That's the thing. To have a banker thinking about both of those is just great. And they are. All these contestants have been so inspiring.
Also love the fact that Hannah is using other students, here at Husson as her way of bootstrapping, which I think is a terrific use of sort of our entrepreneurial ecosystem here.
Awesome. All right, great job. We're gonna have a winner when we come back. Don't go away.
In 1972, Tom Moser committed his life's work to craft, and 4 decades later employs 70 fine craftsmen and women in our shop in Auburn, Maine. With showrooms and customers from coast to coast and numerous awards and accolades, Tom has firmly established himself as an entrepreneurial tour de force and has proven that a life doing what you love is indeed possible.
Reaching new customers online is hard. You've tried Facebook, Google Ads, email. You even built a website 10 years ago. You're way too busy to focus on digital marketing, and you're not getting results.
At Dream Local Digital, that's what we do. We've helped businesses nationwide grow with online marketing. We're the experts. Let us help you.
I truly believe that if you're gonna do something better, you gotta start by innovating. Think about how to solve for a customer problem in a way that's quicker, different, and more customer-centric. The bank's promise has been fundamentally the same from the beginning till now, and that's ensuring that all that we do is making the lives of our employees, our customers, and the communities better. And it's their better, not what's defined as our better.
Husson University and Colby College brought their A game. Judges, who's it going to be? Congratulations to Bridal Vision. Hannah has won this round. That's all the time that we have for today. We appreciate your feedback, so keep it coming. You can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And of course, you can see all of our episodes on greenlightmaine.com. Have a fantastic Sunday. We'll see you right back here next week after Meet the Press. Congratulations. Nice job.
This episode of Greenlight Maine's College Edition has been brought to you by Maine Department of Economic and Community Development.
Greenlight Maine would not be possible without the support of all of our corporate sponsors. Thank you.
Greenlight Maine has been a paid-for presentation by the Portland Media Group.